Department of Biotechnology signed an agreement with the Gates Foundation in June 2012 to come together to support innovative research for affordable product development.
We began our partnership in India with a great deal of ambition and promise. And at the 5-year mark, there is much to be pleased about. But perhaps more important, we can see the outlines of what we will be able to accomplish together in the years ahead.
The roles of foundations such as the Gates Foundations in partnership with the government of India, other governments and so on is absolutely vital, because in a situation where rules and regulations and multiple problems overwhelm governments quite often, these kinds of interventions of partnerships globally allow the proof of principle of solutions to be demonstrated.
The goal of this partnership is innovation. The goal of this partnership is to try and make sure that we are finding innovators, bringing ideas to the table that otherwise would not have gone beyond the lab, would not have gone beyond the conceptualization.
Over the last 5 years now, a large number of innovation challenge programs have been organized, and we have now been able to reach out to a number of entrepreneurs, a number of researchers and innovators to be able to deliver the impact that we envisage through this partnership.
The traditional ways of funding science and technology, supporting people, are good for nurturing individuals but not for solving problems. And the PMU is designed to be an engine of innovation for actually helping women and children to thrive.
The program management unit hosted at BIRAC really tries to help the innovators to take their innovators to the various levels of validation, and ultimately the main mandate is of these all programs are to create an innovation which really gets established in India and move outside India.
India has a pool of young talent which is willing to try new things, and excellent established researchers that are willing to guide them on next generation research to figure out what works.
While we are helping innovations to come forward, while we are helping to connect the industry and the academia, we are also working on the other end to try and see how we could help all these innovations to be built into very strong business and enterprise models.
The money that we received from Grand Challenges India augmented our average monthly sales to increase by 45%. EcoTU started in 2009 with a mission to help smallholder farmers get access to knowledge, information, and high-quality products. We found out that the lowest hanging fruit for us is to first help them understand what is it that they are using as far as agriculture practices are concerned. These entrepreneurs started using a mini net pad with our application embedded into it.
Almost 90% of the farmers are women farmers, and they are the worst sufferers of nutrient issues.
Grand Challenges India, we won $250,000 of seed money to help prove this intervention, which provided a conjunction of agriculture, nutrition, and health for inclusive development, but we focused on women smallholder farmers.
We have Grand Challenges Exploration, which funds out-of-the-box thinking, Grand Challenges program, which really handholds these innovations to the next level. And we have 3 Grand Challenges right now going on. One is the All Children's Thriving, the Agri-Nutrition program, and then the third is the Reinvent the Toilets.
Inadequate sanitation is for India a $55 billion problem per year. So it's necessary that we have a system that we can deploy as quickly as possible.
BITS is a residential campus. We were able to test it at different scales inside the campus.
This is an electrochemical reactor which is based on the experiments that we had done on the lab scale as well as the pilot scale. Basically, this causes electrolytic disinfection, that is electrolytically it produces chlorine and hence kills the organisms that are present in the wastewater.
The septic tanks cannot remove all the pathogens from the water, and this represents a health hazard for the people living around these toilets.
In 2 years, our idea is to go to a little bit of a field scale or a pilot study, so that it could be replicated in other areas like in slums or in wherever it is, or in rural communities or wherever it is required.
Funding mechanisms like the All Children Thriving is that there is, I think, a conscious effort to fund high risk, high reward proposals.
Currently in India, we have a rate of 13% preterm birth rate. We are the first amongst all the countries where the preterm birth complications are the highest. So it is a very important public health disease. The pregnancy cohort was initiated because there are very few studies worldwide where a longitudinal cohort has been followed and in pregnancy, right from early pregnancy up to birth and a few months after birth, to be able to capture important clinical, epidemiological and biological determinants of preterm birth. Being at the Translational Health Science Technology Institute, we have the opportunity of setting up a multidisciplinary program where we have inputs from clinicians, epidemiologists, biologists, immunologists and biostatisticians, where we're working together on this program.
The beautiful addition into the program management unit is the Wellcome Trust.
I think the PMU is very well placed and very well networked that can contribute to the success of the award as it progresses.
We have also a program that we are looking at bringing in the data that we generate from the various clinical trials.
What NIT does is, it integrates knowledge, synthesizes knowledge and communicates this in the simplest form to our political leaders, policy makers, program managers, so that scientific knowledge can get into actual programs the fastest possible.
By RAC and Grand Challenges, they have always been supportive towards creative ideas and they foster young minds.
Our programs are flagship programs which we can say that it is in India, for India and beyond.